Shalom, 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 shalom. Shalom, la bachayarium shal yasha'ala. May peace be to the election of the nation of Israel, the first, the best rule, all right, the choicest part. All right, the bachayarium is the election, the selection of the nation of Israel. Start with your Ra'ashim, which are your prophets, Nabiyayim, all right, whom the Lord chose, predestined before the foundation of the earth to be prophets of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, for him, of course. All right. And of course, these are so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, and Israelite foreigners out of each of their respective tribe. All right. As our seed is scattered across the four winds, as some of our people that look like Hebrew, of course, the heathen nations where they've been scattered to, but lineage by the way their fathers going back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which we try to spirit by the Spirit when they're children of God. Of course, giving double honors to our apostles, all right, and elders, great millstone, who well, peace and salutation to the election, the first fruits, all right, as I have said, all right, and of course you had that great innumerable multitude of that remnant, the Sha'ar, all right, who the Lord will have mercy upon in these times. These are men, women, and children who are not prophets, but are believers in the words of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem HaKadosh. All right, who have the faith which is given to them, all right, as a gift from the Lord, all right, and will repent, all right, being deeply sorrowful for their sins that they have committed, the transgressions of the law. All right, which is given unto the nation of Israel only. All right, Shemiah Machba, my name is Machba, Mayan Gavralo Kab Machana from the Great Millstone Camp, specifically Plaintables by a yard in the city of Philadelphia. Abawa'a, I'm Lamadi Ma'ite, coming with a lesson, lit while we lesson. Of course, Brakti Hawel by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash, Brakti Hawel, Brakti Yahushai, Brakti Hawel, Brakti Yahushai, Brakti Hawel, Brakti Yahushai, Call Haloi Wahua, Alahaya Now Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. All right, which I gave all praises to our power, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash, and I blessed, of course, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. All right, which that's in the intro right there. So just going in the spirit, I had a chalam. Now the Hebrew word for dream is chalam. All right, you have another Hebrew word for vision, okay, but dream is chalam. All right, and so just to give you a pardon, we just get this situated, this wee table. Just to give you a like a background of how this all came about is what happened was I was watching videos before sleep, and like I said, I had different dreams. You know, I was watching like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu videos, you know, before sleep too, and I had another dream about a guy I used to know when I was in the world at a particular gym. And that's a whole nother story. That's one of my dreams that I had. But, you know, that was kind of like a folly dream in a sense, you know. But the next dream that I had after that, like I said, and I was, you know, my mind before I went to sleep is that, you know, I was watching this brother video. I believe that's Ahran Amath. I believe it's a brother that follows Great Millstone, the doctrine of Great Millstone, and makes a lot of different edifying videos. He had a actual video, which I believe the Shalayach or apostle, a Ramlab, had put up, and or mentioned it actually in his video, and the video that it actually was called, just give me one moment if I can find it. Let me see. Ahran Amaf is the actual, I believe, the YouTube page. And then the actual video is called A Real Life Zombie Outbreak. Okay, which he goes into a dream he actually received, which is concerning pretty much the SEs or side effects of the Sharrat, okay, that many people have accepted and have taken, which have compromised their, of course, their system, within them, okay, in which, hey, we'll see what comes up of them, but the brother had received a vision that pretty much that a particular woman that like in the vision, you could watch the video, but in the vision it mentioned about how a woman he used to deal with actually told him that basically they've been affected. Something happens with after something like sundown or something like that, and then they get pretty much these cravings, obviously as zombies do, and to pretty much want to get, of course, dumb or blood. All right, and but what he had mentioned is that pretty much it was a hedge about him, and he the woman couldn't basically, like, even though she would want to, she can't. He mentioned about how he even tested it. He went close to a horde or something like that, and then these particular obviously coming at him, and they couldn't. They come to a point and they can't do nothing to him. Okay, and that's very, very, very spiritual. Because we do have a hedge about us and such, and I remember, and it will be manifest about that hedge. You'll see it more and more, in the physical, because spiritually there is a hedge about us. As of course Job had a hedge about him. All right, even still in the midst of course, Shaitan, or Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, having the ability to afflict Job, or Ayawab, one of our forefathers, which means hated or persecuted. He still had a hedge, okay, because he, of course, he couldn't. Shaitan couldn't take away his actual life, okay, but of course he was in distress in various ways and lost much substance and goods, but obviously in the end is pretty much the end, he received more than what he had in the beginning. All right, which that is really what we are gonna get. We're gonna get 100-fold, and we're gonna get more than what we ever had as Israel. Even in the times of peace, Solomon and King David and such, having the heathen within subjection. All right, but the concentration of this lesson is about the hedge and such, and how my particular dream, I believe it's the Lord was speaking to me, because I don't receive dreams often at all, and like it seems like I say, our precious stones and stuff like that, and they can help you, through the spirit, Pariyah Shai, get different dreams. Obviously praying to the Lord, though, of course, but like, say for example, for me, I'll I pray, of course, and you have it. Sometimes I'll put on a particular stone, or have certain stones around me, and then I'll perhaps get a dream, and this was, I believe, before I went to sleep, I had took off, like, pretty much these stones, my labradorite, angelite, and an amethyst stones, and it was near me and such too. But also, I believe I had also some music, some frequency music, good frequency music for sleeping and such, and that I feel that may have helped, due to spirit, me getting this particular dream. Okay, now let me see what I want to do. So, just going into the actual dream in which I had received. So, I believe I had my ama, or my mom's, or ama, yeah, all right, which ama is mum or mother, all right. In the Hebrew, that's how you say mother. Abba is father, Ahma is mother. All right. So I had my mother's car. All right. It was an old car that she had, a cherry red Civic. You know what I mean? Kind of like a cherry red or whatever. Yeah, we had a nice little color on it. You know what I mean? But she don't have it no more. But I had that car. I used to use that car too. You know what I mean? Back when I was in the world and such. Just to get about and such. So, and just do certain tasks and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It was before I was in the truth and all. So, I was actually, I don't know, I was going to her house and, open up a garage door, but I went about looking around and it was the house, the back rear, the driveway area was different. I've invested money into the house prior. Get a put a garage door, on her garage, to keep the car safe. And also, what else I did? Different thing up, deck, privacy fence, and things of that nature too. But now, when I was there was new additions. All right, so. And I remember getting out, and I was like looking around, because like there was these fences, like a fence. It seemed like it was more like a strong wood, brown wood. Okay, and it was like how it was like, you got the garage, and then it was just like all set up, and it was like, I believe how it looked, it appeared to be extended beyond her house and such. It extended beyond the actual house, like as if like perhaps her and the neighbor went in with like if you would think, like, how sometimes with these houses, when you live in these communities and stuff, you live, it sucks, make it where you live in house to house and stuff, right? So sometimes when you have, you get work done on your house or whatever, sometimes we make it more for the contractor. You'll, make a better job. You'll get your neighbor in to put up some money. Say if y'all getting a driveway done or something like that, it'd be maybe cheaper if everybody chip in the community to get that done. All right, in the scheme or whatever you want to say. So extended beyond the fencing, which it was just like it was high. It was like a high, at least, it had a deck though, above it though, but there was the fencing, and I would just kind of like, whoa, like it looked like it's like the fence is fortified, it's a defense, all right, which like I said, you go into like the Hebrew word, like let me see if it's in Job, but I know one is Ganan, all right. Or get like Ganan, all right. There's an Akin DC camp. His name is Ganan, all right. Or Gan, which is going to like a garden or defense, all right. So let me see. Like I remember bringing out a lesson about how this one Benjamite's name was Garth, and it meant, actually when you look it up, it means a garden, all right. Yeah, so you got gun for garden, which is an enclosure, okay? It's from parts of speech, masculine and feminine noun. You got, and it's and I looked that up, and this is the verse Genesis 2:8, and Yahweh power planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed, all right, over in that region, all right, of Israel, all right, you know, in the east, okay. Though of course we do know that the whole earth was a Idan, or paradise, which is Eden in Hebrew, all right. But going, like I said, this is just sourcing where I got that Hebrew word for garden, which is gun, which is an enclosed garden, all right. A garden, fenced, all right. And you think of that word guard, like garden, all right. Now going to the actual root, you have ganan, which means to defend or cover or surround. And as in my dream, I saw, like I say, the fencing about like some fencing like that I didn't recognize before around her house and stuff. And like I said, I didn't sense that my mom was even there too, so. But I had her car, and I remember just looking about, seeing how can I get in or something, or seeing like how this, how it is when you see something new, and you like, what's this or whatever like that. You go and inspect it, you're very curious and such. All right, but I remember, opening up the garage door, and then pulling up the car. Even when I pulled up the car inside of the garage, in such a garage, as you say in Scots tongue, all right, that's how they pronounce it a bit, you know what I mean? But you had even a wee fence, a small little fence or something like that. Like it was like I pulled up the car and I heard something, like I ran or hit like something, like you hear something go under the tire and or something, and then I look and I'm like, it's another wee fence over there. And such, it was very small, like a very small fence. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, did my mom put this here, just so that she, I'm thinking like maybe so that she know not to go in any further or something like that, But I don't know. That's just, that's what I was thinking about in my actual Khalam, or dream, Khalam, yeah, all right. And yeah, I was just like, okay, like, all right, I guess this car stops here. And then I remember then a war, which is to wake up or be roused up, all right, in the Hebrew, all right. And that was it. Now I'm gonna get some different precepts in the spirit, and basically discern what I believe, basically the major message of the actual dream. Like I said, with dreams, like I said, I remember I had, like I said, I'd seen that brother's dream. I watch a lot of you Akim, y'all have dreams and such. And a lot of times I'd be wishing that I received dreams, because I don't receive them often at all, But like I said, when I do get them, hey, I pray Yahweh be, of course, something very spiritual, for me to see the Lord communicate, to me something, a message, for me to know, and of course we've been loads troubled, dealing with at these times. Loads of demonic activity, going about us, at the jobs, the place of employment, the spirits that's out, and when we go outside and go about, and also, even above us in our dwellings and such, you you have different spirits trying to trouble us, and hopping on neighbors and their kids and all our little ones, or all that, the heathen. So it's, the situation we're in, we do need salvation, we do need a savior, we do need a redeemer, all right. And that's, of course, that's why we always give thanks to the Lord, from coming to the knowledge that, we can get, of course, an escape even through the temptations and how things do look stacked and get stacked up against us and such, yeah. So you got, that Ganan Hebrew word, which is defend or cover, also means to hedge about, i.e. generally protect or defend, all right. And that's a verb there, okay. Now, I want to get a couple little scriptures. Now, Oh, yeah. I'm going to get a couple scriptures real quick. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the Apocrypha by Original King James Bible and go to, I believe it's in Ecclesiastes chapter 34, and it says, I'll start at the top. It says, the hopes of man void of understanding are vain and false, and dreams lift up fools. Right. Man without understanding, man that don't, especially a man that ain't understanding the prophecies and such, when I was, of course, in the world, I would think, I would, like brothers, believe they would be a success at whatever their talents be in the world and such, many of us have a lot of loads of gifts and such, and we're, on their way, to, big accomplishments. All right, what we thought or esteemed to be big accomplishments, which was nothing but vanity, because the Lord actually have a particular lot for us. Okay, but the hopes, all right, or the expectations of a man void of understanding are vain or empty and false, not true, and dreams lift up fools. All right, and just to really quick get another precept, this is because like we used to be in the world, and of course we had things that we loved to do, and we were chasing after, but pretty much it's as dung, because we following, of course, Hamashiach, to win Yahushua have the victory. All right, so some of these things we had as a sacrifice, whether we chose to or not. The Lord made it where we had to do this particular vocation, all right, as being prophets, those that are prophets, or those that are believers and helps. You woke up to the truth, you put off, different things, the old man and such, the things that that hindered you, were sacrificed, what I mean, for you to do your lot. All right, so real quick, this is the book of Job, chapter, I believe it's chapter 33, and let me see where it's at. I'll start at verse 14. It says, for the power speaketh once. This is Job 33 and 14. It says, power speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the azan or ears of men, and sealeth their instruction. Okay, and the Lord, he allows angels, pretty much to program, the things in which we're gonna do. All right, and give them, of course, charge, to keep, of course, the elect in the way they're supposed to go. All right, it says that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. All right, so the Lord actually withdraws man from his purpose. You thinking that as your own, what you think on your own. No, the Lord programs you. All right, literally, because if I wanted to do me, like I said, I didn't know I was going to fall into this lot of being a prophet. In a sense I did, in a sense, because I did know, like I said, me being in the world, I was always connected to, feeling the scriptures and being spiritual, but it was like I was, doing pursuits of other things. But I remembered, I knew something in me said that by a certain age I would have to basically put off what I'm supposed to do basically to be a preacher or something, like, you know what I mean? Because I was one of those ones that I thought, like, in general, I thought I wanted to be go to Bible seminary school and such, you know what I mean, go to university and like live that monk life and all of that, but hey, through living life and such, it just, hey, man, as the scriptures say, what's the scripture tell you that the ways of a man, or of the footsteps of a man of the Lord. Wait, how can a man understand his ways? A precept. But the Lord, He the one who controls everything. There's no free will. Let me see. Let me get 1 second. Let me see. It's in Proverbs. Man's goings are the Lord. The man's goings are the Lord. How can a man understand his way? Something like that. Man's. Let me see if I can get this. This is Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord, right? How can a man then understand his own way, right? It's of the Lord. How can I understand? Like, a lot of things loads of things that we go, and things that we do have happen to us. How can I understand it? But it's all of the Lord. The Lord actually made the goings of us. All right, what we're gonna do. Okay. Let me see if it's another precept. There's different precepts here. Of course, you can get. This is Jeremiah 10 and 23. It says, "O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself." All right, it is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. Okay, and like I say, it's all the Lord. It's not of the man himself. It's of the Lord that's controlling it. Okay, for what you to do. All right. It says also, what man is he that feareth the Lord? Yahweh. Him shall he teach in the way that he shall choose. All right. So even the Lord, He actually teach us the way and what we're supposed to do, or decide. All right. This is Proverbs 16 and 9. A man's heart or his mind deviseth his way. He think what his way is. But the Lord Yahweh directeth his steps. So the Lord actually He's directing or guiding our steps. Programming the instruction within us. All right, so now going back to Job chapter 33 and verse 17. All right, it says that He may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. All right, remember the scripture say pride was not made for man. And let's talk about how what is it? The beginning of pride is when one depart from his maker, or the devising of idols. I gotta get that I don't have to get it, but brothers, look it up. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't, just look it up. You know what I mean? Because pride was not made for man. Okay, you gotta be humble. All right, not to say you ain't supposed to have no confidence. But your confidence, your dependence, your faith is in the Lord. All right. So continue. It says, He keepeth back his soul. Right. The Lord is doing this from the pit. The system. All right. And his life from perishing by sword. Okay. And we know the sword, Esau, death, instruments of death. All right, especially Esau, Edom itself. All right. He is chastised also with pain upon his bed, and the multitude of his bones with strong pain. All right. And I think that's pretty much it. All right, right there. All right. This is another one. this is Job 33 and 12. It says, I'll start at verse it's a lot of good precepts. All right, this is Job chapter 34 and 7. What man is like Job, who drinketh up scorn like water, which goeth in the company with the workers of iniquity? All right, separation, right? All right, remember he dwelt in the land of Uz. All right, but he was a man that shewed evil. All right, but going on, it says the workers of the iniquities of the Edomites. All right, out of Wam, it says, and walketh with wicked men, for he said it profited a man nothing that he should. Remember, this is Eli. This is one of Job's friends answering this. Eliyahu. All right, or yeah, Elihu. All right, it says, therefore hearken unto me, ye men of understanding. Far be it from the power that he should do wickedness, and from the Almighty that he should commit iniquity. For the work of a man shall he render unto him. Okay, and cause every man to find according to his ways. So it tell you that the Lord, obviously he gonna render unto you, render, the work, as you know, we reap what you sow. Okay, but also in cause of every man to find according to his ways. So as we have found this truth, wisdom have come back and manifested back onto us in this particular reincarnation. In this generation, we're in the last generation. All right, we got it back. Those ways were given back to us by Yahweh, and that was all sanctioned by Yahweh that we got it back. All right, it says, so like, say for me, like, hey, the Lord actually had all the vain dreams in which I had, actually come to perish, and now, you have it where I'm literally walking this stoic life, of being in the truth, which is a very, very solitary life. Certain brothers have Mashapaka, Mashapakium, our families, but I don't, pretty much I don't have a family anymore, other than obviously the brothers in the truth, the Aqua, the brotherhood and such. But actually like having a woman connected with me with kids and all of that, I don't have that. I was actually forsaken of that, just, and it's because of the truth and such, and obviously different actions, which led up, the Lord breaking it apart, but putting, like I said, certain spirits, to make that happen, and it's nothing you can do to resist the will of Yahweh by Shem Shai. Like I said, once I seen the truth and stuff, I just ran, and I just kept going and kept seeking it and eating it. As Habakkuk tells you, write the vision, make it plain upon the table, that he may run that readeth it. And I read and understood the scriptures when the Holy Spirit came down onto me. All right, and I've been just running ever since. Running towards the direction on the straight gate to hopefully the kingdom. To receive the salvation, to receive the forgiveness of the sins in which I have committed, in this life and past lives, Now, we'll continue back, because all of that was back just to that particular precept in Sirach. So now it says in Sirach 34 and 2, it says, whoso regarded dreams is like him that catches at a shadow and follow after the wind, and it's like you can't catch the wind or a shadow, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. So it's like you're foolish. You know what I mean? Because certain dreams that you receive, they're folly. You know, and certain things, like I said, it's like literally a pipe dream. You know what I mean? Like, like I said, you know, back in the world, you know, me just thinking, you know, of things, thinking things were gonna work out the way that I thought they were gonna be, and they didn't work out. You know, how did I even know that I would be in this lot? All right, you know, that I would lose the, you know, certain things that I seemed to be everything to me, you know, and counted as dung and to be insignificant, of course, to receive the victory, you know, the salvation. You know what I mean? You know, like having you know, or about to build a family or something like that, you know, and you know, you feeling as if you got favor from people, you know, that you close to a woman, and then that all goes away in like a snap like that. You know, even if, you know, over righteous spirit hopped on me, you know, and could or have played, you know, an actual effect in that. You know what I mean? Because like you come in the truth, you can be very, very, very like a lion in thy house, which the scriptures say not to be a lion in thy house, neither frantic among servants. You know what I mean? You don't want to be getting hot over every little thing, and, you know, basically to be overruly, you know, because like I say, which it says really just being over righteous, thinking that a woman gonna follow these law, statute, commandments, and really be faithful unto you when that, hey, she don't want that. Nor, and even if you even wanted her not to even, like I said, because like I said, these women in the world, you will be like, well, obviously I wanted her to follow the Lord through me, but she can't even do it. And even if she tried to do it, obviously it's really insincere. You know what I mean? You know, go and see it with just nothing but an act. You know what I mean? Because the natures, of course, of women. Remember, the Lord made man upright. You know, but you know, He sought out different inventions and such. You know what I mean? And the way the wicked have seduced, you know, us and stuff. You know, but woman, you know, of course, you go back to the account. You know, with Solomon. You know, he said not one. You know, women are wicked. You know, but women of one out of 1,000 is righteous. You know, times that, which that speaks a lot. That's loads, you know. So to be obviously like a lot of men try to put, you can't put that much esteem into a woman, you know, like that, you know, on this side at all, man, because, you know, as the scriptures say, she's the weaker vessel. Through her we all die, and wickedness is but little to the woman. And from what it says, from moth come a garment, from women wickedness, roughly paraphrasing. You know what I mean? And when you come in the truth, you know, like you said, you may have a woman, and then you might give her some truth or something like that. You know, may impart into your family about this truth, but really, like I said, it's for you. You know, this truth is for you, man. You know what I mean? Not to say that there's certain sisters that, you know, aquas that will, you know, come into this knowledge and stuff, you know, and follow, but really, like I said, this is a burden for a man. You know what I mean? This masha, this masha, which is how you say burden in the Hebrew. This is for a man, you know, as I believe one of the prophets names is actually of a burden. I gotta remember, not Tazapanya, but it might be Habakkuk. Let me see. I gotta double check. Sakya, no, Habakkuk is embrace. You got Tazapanya hidden of Yahweh. Burden. What was burden? Give me one moment, I'll get it. That's Amos, or I'm was. All right, which is burden bearer, fully laden. You know, because that says prophets as Amos. You know, have a lot of burdens on us for having the prophecies, having this knowledge. You know, with much knowledge cometh much grief. You know, and sorrow and debt. All right. You know, that's why, like you say, you look at a lot of us in this truth. You know, we be like, you know, we look like we have these very, you know, which me, like I say, me, I usually have I'm very, very like jolly about and stuff and happy. You know, that's just my spirit. You know, being an Ephraimite, a Banaparium, son of Ephraim. All right, of Israel, Banya Sha'ala. But a silly dove. You know, I'm a silly dove. So, but the scriptures do talk about how righteous men scarcely smile. You know, but yeah. So, you know, going back, I'm gonna go to the next verse in Sirach 34:3. It says, "The vision of dreams is the resemblance of one thing to another, even as the likeness a face to a face." All right, so a resemblance of one thing to another. So in a dream, like I said, you might see something, like you might see, which, like I said, you might see a you know, I like to bring the whole unclean beast things with the whole vision that Peter saw, you know, which really, you know, going to the Gentiles, you know what I mean, you know, being unclean and all of that. You know, you go into that whole vision breakdown. You know, you think about, it's not talking about come and eat, you know, talking about unclean foods or something like that. No, it's talking about, of course, dealing with the Gentiles. There's like foreigners and stuff that went astray from their, of course, customs and stuff. You know, like you'll see like a beast. John will see a beast, and you know, as you said, with 7 heads and 10 horns. You know, but that represented, of course, the whole power structure, representing different, you know, the whore that sit upon, representing the woman, representing America, you know, being so adulterous, you know, giving out these philosophy, the other nations get polluted, dealing with her and such, you know, just to give examples. So, but the example really, what I'm going to bring from this one, which resemblance, I'm going to look that word up in etymology. All right, and we'll fast forward, get a couple of other precepts, and soon we'll close off. You got resemblance. All right. Which resemble, which is similar or like or imitate or really represent. Okay, so represent. Okay. To represent. Okay. So, which really me physically seeing, like I said, I'm gonna go into the whole, you know, the fence around the house now, my mom's house and stuff. You know, just I believe, because it didn't show me this apartment. And a lot of dreams I do have, it show me always at my mom's house and stuff, which that's just the childhood, you know, our house that I lived in and stuff. But you know, it represents, really, I believe it represents my house, meaning household. Okay, by Yah, all right, Yah, all right, which house is by Yah is my, all right, but referring to my household now, and having that quote, that hedge about it, or ganan about it, you know, and I'm gonna give more, you know, like precepts on it and stuff. That really the Lord, He has a actual safe place for me in my house. All right, which, like I say, I don't have no like I said, my woman left. You know, she you know, they say you go into it, these women ghost you and stuff like that, and you know, you try to reconcile and that don't work. You know, and they just, you know, they do all types of things, commit adultery, you know, even knowing the truth, use scriptures against you, you know. You know, I speak about it kind of a little bit openly, not to get too much in detail, but being very frank with you, Akim, just to let you know the nature, because I know, like, You know, a lot of brothers try to get their hopes up with, hey, you got a woman in your life, and then it might open up too much of an actual, what should be a mystery onto them, and you casting your pearls before swine, and it actually destroy your situation. Having a woman that's she thinks she in the truth, or thinks she knows the scriptures or something like that. You know, find out that really the woman is just literally an atheist. You know what I mean? You know, and they like I said, they had you gaslighting, casting doubt, in your head and stuff, in your mind and stuff, and they just so bitter, and it's Satan. It's just nothing but Satan, on them and stuff. Have a woman you was in the world praying with her and everything or something like that, in the name of Jesus Christ, but then now you after Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and those names, everything just automatically change. All right, and your whole family now is against you because they think that you're following some type of cult, which this is a worship, but this is a righteous assembly, all right, of men, all right, that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is called, all right, and that's what it is. Okay, and like I say, show yourself as men. I'm Shemyah, my mouth, my name is a mouthbud, which is truth. So like, of course, and it's also means to be. I believe it means also to be dependable too. But yeah, so like a lot of times obviously I can't help but tell the truth. So I obviously got to be very, you got to get on that serpent level, with it. But hey, a lot of us have these very, very high spirits, of real spiritual, more spiritual and such, and it's kind of like easy for like a lot of, like I say, a lot of the girl pretty much, like, you see me from the gate, she know I'm different. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a dead giveaway in a sense. You know what I mean? Even if I try not to even say nothing, you got these spirits, they just react. You know what I mean? As is, what does it say? The scriptures that say that the preparation of the tongue. See. Let me see if I can find that. Tongue. It's a scripture that talk about basically the answer is from the Lord. Yeah, this is Proverbs 16:1. The preparation of the heart and man, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. So that's not just another scripture, The answer of the tongue is from the Lord. So even the things these people say is from the Lord. Remember, the Lord obviously got righteous and, of course, the left and the right. So obviously it's up to you to discern. All right. But yeah, man. Things I say, things they say. All right. So now let's just get to the particular precepts. So, obviously having a hedge that's about you is obviously important, because we are amongst what? The valley of the shadow of death, this place that's low in all in moral, ethics and such. All right, but Satan itself knew when he came to present himself to the Most High Yahweh. It says, I'm going to go back to Job 1:6. It says, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Shaitan, the spiritual demon Satan, came also among them. He's the son of God, right? Just on the left hand, highest left hand angel on the left. The Lord said unto Satan, Shaitan, whence comest thou? And Satan answered, Lord, from going to and to and fro in the earth, and walking up and down in it. And Yahweh said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? And there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High. He had faith, all right, and eschewed evil. And Satan answered the Lord and said, doth Job fear the power for naught? Has not thou made an hedge about him? All right, so Satan, even though he had a hedge, all right, had that defense, and about his house, okay, that man, that head, all right, he's the one that the Lord's dealing with, all right, as we know the order back in Corinthians 11, all right, the head of every course, the head of Yahweh Shai Mashiach is the Most High. The head of every woman is the man, and on down, the children. Okay, but that man is the head, and that's where that protection, that Ganan is. The Lord's dealing with that man. He is the woman's covering. All right, he is the household's covering, as Noah was for what? Of course, when you go into it, his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and of course their wives. All right, the Lord's dealing with Noah. All right, simple as that. All right, so and it says, and about all that he had on every side. All right, surrounding him, and thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. Right now, there's a precept. It's a prayer that I really love too. I try to say it every morning, especially when I walk to work. Comfort me on every side. I believe it's in Psalms 71. Be on. This is Psalm 71 and 21. It says, thou shalt increase my greatness. Right. Just as the Lord increased Job's greatness, he increased our greatness. All right, as we are going to shine more and more to that perfect day of the Lord. All right. And how we wax stronger and stronger. The house of David waxing stronger and stronger. The house of Saul is waxing worse and worse. This is Proverbs 4 and 18. It says, but the path of the just, the righteous, are just by due faith, is as the shining light that shineth, all right, more and more unto the perfect day. And like I believe in the brother's vision, he talked about how they can tell it's a light or something. He was saying something like that. When it's a light, they can't get close because there's a light that's on us and stuff. Obviously, it's the knowledge, represent the knowledge and stuff. And people can tell that, all right, as, the wisdom, it changes the countenance of a man. You read that, I believe, Ecclesiastes, the 8th chapter, I believe, But thou shalt increase my greatness, which you ain't going to it. Thy Rabbah, all right, Gadol Thea, Wathasab, Tha Nechamnia in the Hebrew, all right, which that's how in the Hebrew, the breakdown is thou increase or multiply, all right. Gedalia is greatness, my. Wathasab is in surround, thou surround, basically. Tha, all right, Nechamnia, which is comfort me on every side, all right. And it's the Lord, because we have, of course, that protection through the hedge, through coming, of course, in his name, all right, which I'm gonna get real quick. Like I said, I got a couple more minutes to this thing. Pretty much ends with the actual stream, and I'll just basically go into a part 2. I'll leave this as one, and I'll go into a part 2 because like I said, all the Spirit brought this lesson, and I still got more I gotta do in the lesson. I like to do long lessons, and that's just me. It's all in the Spirit. Okay, I'd rather do long lessons than no lessons. However the Lord want to bring it out. You know what I mean? But it says in Proverbs chapter 18 and 10, the name of Yahweh is a strong tower. Okay, the righteous run into it and is safe. Okay, that's Proverbs, right? 18 and 10. Which goes into, I believe that Hebrew word is shagab or shagab. Let me see, I gotta go into it. Proverbs 18, meaning inaccessible for capture. All right, and that's through the names of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, our refuge and such. Right, shagab, right, which is safe. That's for safe, which means to be high, inaccessibly high, too high for capture. Right, and, just as the Lord fortified my house, all right, whoever gonna be in it Because like I said, my family, so-called family, talking about I believe like how the apostles say, your immediate family, that's what you pretty much would really care about, your immediate family. You know what I mean? Hey, you might care about your mom, but, you know, hey, we don't know if the Lord gonna save and deliver our mums or dads and whoever, but my immediate family, my woman or kids or whatever like that, that's pretty much what, and like I said, it's not even that I even worry about it. It's like, if I have, of course, the acts or the request, the petition for the Lord to actually save and deliver, obviously I want those that's within my household, you know what I mean? But hey, like I say, we'll see. We'll see, But, brothers just care about your actual household. Yeah, you could pray for you, of course, those who you wish and stuff. But, like I say, it's all up to the Lord, who he choose to be elect, who he chose to be elect. All we can do is pray, because many of our, even our women, our wives be unbelieving, but they can be saved through us. You know what I mean? And children, they sanctified through us. Okay? Made clean through us, That head, we that covering, But yeah, it's because we go in the name of your Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, So also, I got other precepts such as Psalms 34, Psalms 124, and Psalm 71. But what I want to do is pretty much go into the part 2 of the lesson, because this is going to cut short, and I just don't want, how I do it is, just make one file, then make the second file. So we're going to the part 2, bring out more precepts, not to quench the spirit, because there's other precepts I could bring out about house, and all that. So shalom, of course, until the next part of the lesson. And of course, giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Well, peace and salutation to the elect. All right, so I'm going to do that.